Good evening and welcome to Nightfall in Amsterdam. Tonight we are going to begin by joining a couple of our guru who have had a prisoner, uh, actually for some time, quite some time, in fact, to the point I almost feel bad for him, um, that they have been holding and interrogating. Um, and at this point, they've reached a point where he's got nothing left to fight, and they're going to get some answers from him. So we will begin with that, and then there's some intention to hopefully take that information to get further ahead, pursuing the remainder of the missing people from Beltane who have not yet showed up. With that, I will turn over to Dominic and Air, who have this poor vampire that they have been holding secured and ultimately broken here on the Sept in a secluded area. So I assume you guys have this guy chained up or shackled in some way, but at this point he's really not capable of much action.
Yes, in this holding cell, you'll find a bag filled with all sorts of hellish instruments. There's a bucket filled with fangs and a bloody clamp that Dominic is used to. Dominic has removed the fangs for him for pretty much a fortnight, each and every night. Beside him, there is a bottle of Morton salt and barbed wire that Dominic has kind of created a lasso braided across his body and is taking great pleasure of throwing salt and rubbing alcohol at the open wounds just to make sure he's nice and alive. And also just to make sure that the vampire doesn't remains lucid. He's been kind of feeding him like pig's blood. So there's like a few gutted animals that he's slaughtered with the right prayer for the prey, giving it and kind of just dragging this out for a very exorbitant amount of time. And yeah, he's there waiting for air.
Well, air shall arrive, and she'll just kind of give Dominic a nod and look over at the.
He looks a mess. If you've ever seen like chopped beef in the store that's in the package, that's what his skin looks like. It's pretty horrific.
Vampire.
Looks like chopped beef.
Oh my, Dominic, he's lovely. He's just gorgeous, stunning.
Well, I did it with gusto.
She kind of notes the strung up animal leftovers. You were even nice to him.
Oh yeah, we couldn't have him like going
Gotta
limp.
say.
Can't have him going limp. I think this is like so much fun to be had.
She kind of takes a few steps closer to Mr. Snake Man Vampire here. How you feeling there, buddy?
And he turns to just his head, looks at you, and he spits out more blood and a little bit of a
Oh.
little
Gotcha,
bit of a
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Charles.
looks back and forth and looks at Dominic again and says, "Haven't you done enough yourself?
No,
You had to bring in a friend to help."
no, no.
I would not ever dream of taking the joy that I'm sure this has brought my friend from him.
Catharsis. I have had a lot of rage built up for the past few months. You've just been the perfect punching bag. Let me tell you. But I wanted to ask you, your friends, where are they?
He looks and he says, "Well, you killed the bulk of them that were there,
Yes.
although Azra got away. Typically, left the rest of us behind."
Um,
Ooh,
Where does he like to hang out?
where does he like to hang out?
Well, he used to hang out in a different part of the sewers till this other guy, this I don't know, he called himself Zoria, and he took some control. His followers started taking things over. Now you've got the cult of the faceless that has most of the sewers. So I'm sure Azra has moved himself into some upscale estate because he always believed that the first part of enticing others to indulgence was to indulge yourself.
And where's this estate?
I don't know where he'd be this time. I know last time he needed an estate. He always likes to go for a penthouse, something with a lot of space because his favorite tactics are always bring people back and force indulgence, and once they get used to it, they'll do it on their own.
Hmm. With the Dominic will take note of that.
Right?
And do you think this is where you're keeping the people that you stole?
He looks, he says, "Well, I didn't steal any people, but that's where what Azra always liked to do: steal them, imprison them, make them desperate, and then give them indulgence.
Um,
Because when you're starved, anything looks good."
so
And he kind of licks his lips and looks around.
my friend. Is there anything else that you can think to tell me?
He looks and he says, well, I don't know where Azra might be hiding right now, but I know where his boss would be.
And where's his boss?
Oh,
His boss is probably anyone that Azra wasn't going to use or manipulate would go to his boss. Serapis is the head of the clan in town.
yes.
Yeah. Looks and says, it's a shame too, because at this point, I don't even feel bad for it. They had nothing, they did nothing for us. I don't even know how many nights I've been here, but clearly they have not gone out of their way to come looking for me. Good to know I'm a priority.
I don't feel sorry for you.
I'm not asking you to.
Okay, good. Because this isn't like personal. We just need information and
He looks and he goes, this isn't, but it's pretty personal for me
also
because Serapis has left me here. All his talk about how important his followers are and how much he values everyone. And yet here I sit. So yes, I'll tell you exactly where you can find him. I'll tell you what kind of defenses he has, what he does there. Because even though I assume I will never leave here alive, I will leave here with the hope and the belief that when you meet him, he won't either.
yeah, that about sums it up. Dominic nods.
Eric kind of smirks and nods. It's a very good summarization.
Mm.
Serapis is a modernist, unlike many of the other kindred, especially those among our followers.
And your
The,
followers are?
the children of Set, of course,
Hmm.
do, do try to keep up. I'm sure you've seen enough snakes to put two and two together. Clearly Egyptian on top of it, if that doesn't throw a hint.
Oh,
Even your kind know
some
about the
normal snakes.
Egyptians. If you don't, ask your wandering tribe. I'm sure they can tell you all about the children of Set.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I know quite a few people who can tell me. Anyways, proceed
Anyway,
with the the sharing.
Serapis likes to combine classical blood magic and modern science. So much so that he found his way to be the head, if you will, of uh, business, developing medicine, various medical applications. Because what better way to furnish yourself a herd than to make them extremely healthy and robust, extremely happy, bordering on euphoric, and completely dependent upon you for it? Unlike most of the children, Serapis doesn't go for drugs or money or shallow indulgences. He plays on the emotions of healthy life, recovery, the euphoria of swift recovery, the confident immortality of someone who has overcome a life threatening disease.
And what is this blood magic you speak of?
Oh, as I said, he uses the old methods, these ways, the revelations of Duat, they're called.
Do what?
Hmm.
Part of life is also death, and the revelations are the Setites' answer to death magic. Creation of undead. It's really an elegant system because every person he heals becomes a devout follower, oftentimes as do their loved ones, donating money, regularly attending benefits, fundraisers, as well as spreading their indulgence and their joy of life out into the world. A life often of revelry, celebration.
Servitude.
Do you know how many people, when they recover from a certain death illness, become lecherous and uh, tend to stray from their healthy relationships? They have that new lease on life. They have to live it to the fullest. And for those that he doesn't succeed with, the ones who do pass, there's the sympathy. They did everything they could. They tried their hardest. Oftentimes, they get devout followers through sorrow. A grieving family is an easy victim. Serapis uses the bodies to fuel his undead magics. All in the name of health and happiness. The company, I believe, is called Life Science Partners. Of course, there's only so much science. Their goal is certainly not life. And I don't know how much of it's really a partnership, but it's there.
Hmm. What more can you tell us of your kind?
Yeah, just kind of chuckles and says, just where we put together a ghostwritten tell-all book,
No.
the interview with the vampire.
Oh, you're gonna be sassy now? Golly. Just here, I thought we were becoming.
Rolls her eyes.
He chuckles and he says, well, as I said, I can tell you about what he's doing there as well, and how to get to him. Just seems that we're getting awful chummy, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't overstepping our relationship.
Hmm.
I believe you said
The
you'd tell us
cultures,
about what defenses he has too.
well, he's going to have modern science defenses to start with. He's got security systems in place. It is a medical technology facility. Security, card access types, camera systems, burglar systems. Um, the lower levels, however, are not your typical guards, but are going to be the undead he has raised. In Egyptian fashion, there will be some sort of
Zombies.
mummy.
Hopefully.
Typically a little more mummy-ish than zombie-ish, but same idea. The core of the culture is that we find set through indulgence, through vice, through experience, generally not wholesome.
Mm-hmm. And about the other gentleman, his boss.
Well, that would be the one I was referring to there, the life sciences. He's the Serapis is the high priest of Set in the city. He would be Azra's boss. As for where Azra is, I don't know, but likely Serapis does. So you do a Serapis, you probably are going to have at least directions to find the one you want.
See.
I think we can find that one.
But then we get to, yeah. Then I get to make a brand new friend.
Making friends is nice, though, right?
Friends. So I think this would be a good idea to let people know, as if we can get this information to the right people, this can be done pretty efficiently and quickly.
Agreed.
As for my little friend over here, uh, Dominic will metamorph into Krynos.
Any other information that you care to share?
He says, "Well, I think that about sums it up. We've got
That Dominic will pretty much decapitate him.
Oh, he's toast.
all right.
I suspect the sooner we find his buddy that he called Azra, I bet we find some of those other people.
Indeed.
I'm sure we find. I'm sure we find more with head honcho of his clan there.
Indeed. Do we have any glasswalkers on set?
I have 2 in my pack.
You think they could turn off the machines?
Give me a second. She kind of stands there for a second.
There are some NPCs.
Yes. Well, she pack links, as you see, to Lucas and Abby, being as they're her pack mates. Air's gonna kind of look over at Dominic, and she's like, "Well, I kind of told them to do it now, so you're the sooner the better."
Indeed.
Paul is still sitting in there, so
Mr. ST, can I have a intelligence tactics to figure out the best, basically get some extra dice while me and Air go on our mission to basically abduct this guy so we can torture and or question this guy and sacrifice him.
uh,
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if I can make a roll to try to figure out if I know which end of the
Excuse
city
me.
this is, so you can at least get a better layout there. Over the pack link, just assume that Air lays where her and Dominic are.
Natalie, if you want to have Abby take care of that stuff from off screen and then play Miranda for the scene, that's fine.
Awesome.
That's 3 extra dice, 2 extra dice, 3 extra dice. And his intelligence is 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. On the tactics roll.
Alright, so you guys will have 5 extra dice that you can use whenever you decide throughout the endeavor tonight.
Holy shit.
You can split them up or use them all at once. So, provided you're working within your plan. I mean, obviously, if you decide, hey, you know what, for the moment, let's just blow everything up, that might not fall into your tactics plan.
Firebomb the hospital.
So we know you guys have medical technology here, but we're just going to burn it all.
But yeah, I guess with that and Dominic's plan to basically, go and retrieve this guy, we make our way.
Yeah. Yeah, Air wants to poke her head around the umbra of this place when they get of the area, just to when they get to that area to just to make sure it's if they need to use it as an out, they can. She assumes there's going to be lots of Weaver tech and Weaver stuff here, but
yeah, and it's right in like downtown area.
Yeah. How much, and she's obviously wants to check for worm taint too. Veins and shit.
Worm taint.
Mm-hmm. Taint of the worm. I mean, I suppose if we can. Ideally, ending this guy is our main goal. This therapist dude. So right of the quest. I mean, we know what building he's in, but where in the building is the good question.
With that, can I roll for Right of the Questing Stone?
That's what I was gonna do too.
Sure.
Yeah, you want to do it since I did like the
Either
tag.
one.
You can do it, and you see extra dice, so we actually have a good like nip on him, good beat on him.
Yeah. Stiff 7, correct?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. Where is it? Okay. And how many of those dice do you want me to use?
Um, use 2, depending on like what your regular dice roll is. Generally, anything above 6 is good.
My
Is a good
regular
roll.
pool is
What's your regular pool?
okay, well I have 5 dice.
Well, make it
5 dice is my regular pool.
6. Anything above 6, statistically, is a good roll.
Alright, so you just want me to use one of them and bring it to 6, and that should do it? Heck. I could just drop a willpower and we could save that one.
Yeah, we can do that too. Drop a willpower, and we could just
Yeah.
literally go ham banana sandwich and rip this guy in the middle of the night.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the willpower. We're not gonna use that one of those dice. So let's see. Got 3 with a willpower.
You know, that would give you a pretty good idea where in there he is. And it seems that they have some.
Yep.
Let's kill us some leech.
I'm gonna shift into Hispa.
Are we going via the Umbra?
We don't have to because the cameras don't work. But yeah, we
There are
can.
other people.
I mean, it sucks for them, but like, yes, if we should probably use the Umbra.
Yeah. I mean,
Smart guru. God damn it.
we don't need to have that veil breach our hands.
Then it becomes a firebomb. What part of the fun? Air would have to pull him across because that's in the room.
Okay. Yoink! Get over here. Oh yeah, we're still on the steps too. Technically, if we're leaving there, right? So the gauntlets have to be pretty low, I assume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like 5, 4, something like that. And you just give it to us.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned with it.
All right. I mean, I could see if it was major in the city. Yeah.
Right.
All right. We follow the questing stone,
Yep.
and you can be in Hispo in the Umbra.
Yep. Going through walls and everything.
Mm-hmm. We got the Kool-Aid man here.
Yeah. It's gonna suck for this guy. He's not gonna see this coming. He's just gonna get ganked. all
Air
that
will,
all that hefty security.
well, Air's gonna shift to Krynos too.
All right, so you guys are approaching the business itself in the Umbra.
Yes.
All right.
It's
As you guys get close, the city's obviously a mess, even on the Umbra side. And as you get close to the building itself, the building is dark. Um, Obviously, whatever's going on there has bled into the Umbra, at least somehow. Maybe not deliberately or directly, but it's having an impact. It's an older building, and
right.
on the Umbra side, it's run down. Kind of has that like haunted hospital look to it a little bit.
What kind of spirits are here?
I'm assuming Miranda would be on the material side, probably wondering why this whole building just went dark.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the spirits on the Umbra side are death spirits,
Ooh.
fairly wormish ones. Um, there are corruption and disease spirits. Some of the disease spirits look like the ones you encountered in the sewers.
This guy needs to go.
Yeah.
And she kind of like looks around. I'm assuming that they're here in decent numbers, not like,
Oh no, it's significant. They're throughout
yeah.
most of it.
I mean, yeah, you expect to see disease and death and stuff intermittently, like everywhere, but not in quantities like this. She kind of looks over at Dominic with a low growl. Let's not fuck around anymore. This guy needs to meet his end at our claws.
Daddy will. Pick up the pace.
Yep. She's kind of watching the spirits around them as they move too, courtesy of her little spirit magnet thing.
Gotcha. As you guys get closer, it does get a little bit more active. They seem kind of drawn to you.
Yeah.
More so to you than seems normal, but seems like they're drawn to just people in general.
Air is gonna kind of look at one of the I'm assuming some of the spirits following are death spirits.
Yes.
And she kind of looks at it and she says, if you sit tight, I might have something for you to do when I come back out here.
They'll look at you, but they don't respond. Most of them start to mill about more. They
She's
are
essentially trying to get them to not follow her, but to stay around out away from her and not, like I said, just not follow her.
um, you can tell that they're definitely they're looking for. You get kind of a predator sense from them. Probably the best way to word it.
So
These are not spirits that are drawn by death. They're spirits that are causing it.
okay.
Looking for the quarry.
Yeah. After she says what she's going to say, she's going to proceed. And they're trying to find their little vampire pal here. They're not sure she's not sure how much time they were given with the power going out and whatnot, but the quicker we get it done, the better. We may not want to find out what happens when the power goes back on.
All right, so you guys are milling around, heading in, I assume.
Yep.
Yep.
Miranda's gonna light a candle and go inside, trying to see if everybody's okay. Because this whole building went out, and it's
Right.
supposed to be this medical place, and well, she cares about people, so she's gonna go in and check on people with a candle lit.
All right, so on the Miranda, as you get inside, it's pretty quiet. Obviously, all the machines are off and stuff, but you don't hear a lot of sounds of people either. Whoever is in here is either not capable of noise or they're not doing so. Um, on the other side, as you guys enter in the Umbra, you'll notice a lot of the spirits that tend to. They can see you're healthy, so they're not trying to prey on you, but they start to kind of gather and follow you. Seems like they're hoping for you guys to slip up, so to speak.
I'm going to relish turning these guys into things later.
Miranda's gonna use life sight to see if there's injured people anywhere, even though she still won't necessarily see walls very well, but and she has enough to keep it up for the scene without effort.
One second here, Marcus is gonna jump in. We gotta get him up.
Oh boy.
So his will be an easy hook. So.
On the upside, if we need the building lit up afterwards, we have just the person to do it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, Marcus, are you there? Are you alive?
I
All right. So easy enough. You got one of your drones picked up that there was some interference in the electrical grid. And when you got to, it's a medical building, and you saw a chick with a candle walk inside a completely blacked out medical building.
my that's odd. Curious. He is an idiot and will follow because he ain't flaws.
Mm.
All right.
Does he recognize the person with the candle?
Uh, has he met Miranda?
A couple times.
I think they did. Yeah. So,
Can he say something before she walks in, or is it just like on the tail end and she's already in there?
yeah, like you see her just as she goes through the door.
Does that mean time or no?
No.
Okay. In that case, yay mage effects. I need to be able to see in the dark right quick. So I'm gonna do something crazy and magical and use my lighter and light up and light. Well, actually, I'll just use my phone and turn the light on and walk in because techno mage.
Miranda
All
is
right.
amazed. No.
So behind Miranda, she'd probably start to see a light leading through.
She'll turn around and kind of try and see, but you know how hard it is when you're looking at a light to tell who's behind it. Hola?
Hello, Miranda. How are you? You do should look better from the back than the front, though. Do continue.
Muchas gracias. You had me startled. I was not expecting you to come walking
It's
up
fine.
behind
It's
me.
fine. It's fine. The ass, though. Keep walking. Where are we going?
I don't know, but something is very off here. There is no very many people alive in here, and
So
there's
should we?
nothing on.
So should we use some magic? What do you say?
I already have, but sure, if you have something to make it even more easier.
Make it brighter, you say?
I am not bothered by the darkness particularly, but I suppose I could make it easier.
Okay. Oh, partner, if you would be so kind, just a bit of a light would be handy. See, John, now I look like an asshole. I was talking to my boy. He'll light the lighter, and then he'll like walk up to the wall and hope that his superpower works. Is John there?
Yep.
So, John, is my buddy gonna help me out or not?
Well, yeah. You've definitely got. I mean, you pulled out got some good light here, and on the other side, as you arrive, Air and Dominic, you guys will So a lot of the spirits in the back seem to kind of be pulling away, and the ones that don't pull away fast enough are getting destroyed.
By what?
As a fire giant.
Whoa.
Do I recognize this fire giant?
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, sweet fucking Gaia. She looks right at the searcher. Says, "You better not fuck up our kill."
He'll look at Aaron, ask, so friend of yours?
I'm going to assume that we have a will worker on the other side. And yes, I've met him before. And she points at the searcher.
I see.
I don't know if Eric or Runa mentioned it, but mentioned what happened at the frozen forest, the other sept, but he was a part of that.
I remember now.
How bad are the flames? Okay. How big are these flames and the fire?
It's staying relatively minimal, but the spirits themselves are. You can see the giant grabbing some of them and devouring them.
Ugh. Oh. All right. Air kind of glances at Dominic. I don't see this spreading much.
Okay.
So we can either let's try to get to our prey quickly.
Get up.
I have a feeling it's going to escalate at some point.
Hmm.
Air is kind of eyeing up the Surtur as they push forward. It's kind of her way of saying, your flames might have scared the Gru at the frozen forest, but they aren't scaring me.
So you guys head in and down, following your questing stone.
Yep.
On the other side, we have Miranda and Aaron. And as you guys head in further, you still don't see much sign of people. You don't see much sign of staff or anything.
This does not seem right. I would think that there should be people here. At least security or medical personnel to look after people. See? No?
Sorry, Miranda, but you happen to be distracting my poor spirit. And he would like very much if you would face the opposite way, because there's something about the way your shirt falls that I don't know what his problem is. If you just face the other way.
And she turns around and says that all over again,
Thank you.
wiggling her butt a little extra for him.
Thank you. That was very helpful. Evil spirit that possesses me. And now, there are no people here. Do you think we should make the power come back on or continue as we are? What do you say?
I do not know why the power was off, so I don't know if it is good to turn the power on or if
Well,
it is more good to keep the power off. See, no?
That's what we want me to find out. Now, if I explode, remember, bury me in a nice red suit. Anyway.
See, rojo.
John, is there a... Don't get all weird and electrician on me. Is there a place I can make the power come back on in here somewhere?
Not here, but you'd know that their main systems are typically going to be in the basement or ground level. And if you want to roll me an int and technology as well, you can.
Sure. I can do that. I got dice in that. But if I didn't, I couldn't play this character. Does numbers help?
No.
6. What's the difficulty?
Standard. Standard.
I got a success.
You know that medical facilities typically have a generator on the lowest levels as well for power loss.
Cool. My character, he pulls off of the modular bag he's always carrying. He slides off. It looks like he goes. He gets his trusty taser out, and he says, "Do follow." And he starts walking down to the basement. He's got a knife in one hand and a taser in the other. And
Miranda pulls out a dagger.
And he's got his briefcase in his teeth.
And her candle.
All right. So you guys are heading down, looking for the generator room. On the other side, you guys are heading down, and in the Umbra, down looks a lot more like a crypt. Just has that feel to it. But that is the direction your stone is pointing.
Okay. Well.
And if you guys are just straight following, yeah. If you guys are just straight following the stone, we can jump ahead to that.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
All right. Lower down, you will find a room. And when you get in the room, your stone just kind of starts spinning, which again, you're in a different realm, so.
Spinning around like we've hit the spot?
Yeah.
What's in this area?
On this side, there are like crypt tables. Like a mausoleum would have.
Okay.
And against one wall is a large what look almost like roots going into the wall.
Roots.
Or growing out of the wall, I should say. But
Okay. Do any of these I'm assuming they're stone. Do these table slab thingies?
yeah,
They look like they could be coffin like the top slides off.
no, more of like something would get laid on top of them.
Okay. I'm assuming that there's nothing on top of them.
Not on this side, no.
Okay, she kind of glances at Dominic. We're here.
Can you sense where he's at?
My tool is just spinning around the room.
Is there any way we can peek across the gauntlet to see?
Mm-hmm. She looks
Yeah.
at Dominic, and you said there's 2 slabs, right?
There's 4.
Okay, so how are they set up? Like 2 on one side and 2 on the other?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're kind of spaced out.
She kind of moves up so she's standing in between, like in a spot where she can see the 2 on one side. And she kind of glances at Dominic and points at the other 2. Get into a position where you can see both of these if you're not moving your head.
All right. We'll do that.
All right, you peek one side, I'll peek on the other for this side, and you there. And she kind of motions with her hands. So we at
Yeah,
least
I'll
get a
do
better
so.
feel if it's just one guy or 4. We're ready. All right. I'm going to assume the gauntlet is high to peek here.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
I'm going to spend
Be
a
a eight.
gnosis.
8.
I'm gonna spend a will.
Gnosis.
I'm just gonna spend a will because I'm not rolling a fate die.
Oh, you don't have any gnosis?
I have exactly one gnosis. Like,
Oh. All right. I'm going to spend 1 gnosis and peek.
All right. On the other side, there are 4 tables. The bodies on them looks like they're being wrapped in bandages, but also are hooked up to like life support machines. And there's a guy moving between the tables.
Oh.
And the wall that had roots on is, in the Umbra side, is the you can see there's like a major electrical panels and stuff, and those cables run back to towards the bodies as well.
Okay. And he's just moving in the center, pretty much between all the tables, like that center area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like goes to each of the tables, checks on the bodies and stuff.
So this would explain why
Mark,
it's moving in
yep,
circles.
Marcus and Miranda, you guys are get to the basement. There's a generator room. You do find what would be the generator room, and then there's a couple other doors down the hall.
Do we hear any movement down here?
There is definitely some. You can tell there's someone patrolling the hallway. You can hear them around a corner up ahead.
Does my life sight pick anything up?
Something that seems to be flickering.
There is something patrolling the hall up ahead. It is not quite dead, but it is not quite alive either. It is on the balance between the two.
Oh, goody. Is there any water around here, John?
Yeah, there's a utility closet. You can see it's marked for like janitorial and maintenance.
Okay,
And
John.
they have
A bucket. They have the sink you can fill up and stuff.
yeah, floor sink type thing.
Cool. Can I fill up if I fill up a bucket full of water and then push the water out in the hallway and then stick my crazy electricity thing in the water? Will that get the guy outside?
Yeah, if you were to like dump it down by the corner when he came back to it, it would.
Okay, cool. Yes. Well, I have a nice surprise idea. Want to see some sparks? This will be funny.
Miranda just nods and gives him his room to work.
He fills the bucket. At this point, John, I'm going to try to be immune to electricity right quick.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a willpower point.
Sure.
So, highest fear use is 3 or 2.
What's that?
The highest fear used, is it 3 or is it 2?
2.
Okay, so 6. I'm gonna spend 1 willpower point. I already said that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got no successes. Can I roll again since I didn't get any botches?
Yes.
Hmm.
Miranda, you would also notice that there's a room near the end of the hallway. There's some other type of flickering sources. 4 of them seem to kind of come in and out. One of them just seems like it's damaged.
She's gonna wait until Marcus finishes what he's doing with the water and whatnot. There are 4 more down in that doorway down there, but one of them seems hurt. They're fading out in and out more than this one, so I do not think they are as bad. Or perhaps they are in trouble. I am not sure.
Well, the one that's walking up and down the hallway, well, I really feel sorry for them. I'm not even going to look to see if they're enemy or not. I'm just going to see what happens. Ah! And he takes the bucket, and he's currently immune to electricity. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes total.
All right.
And then he dumps it and shoves his. He goes, "Stand." Is there a place she can stand where she won't be like electrified?
Yeah, you guys are able to like stand far enough out of the way.
And I go, "Say cheese, Zot."
Okay, so
When I wait till the guy comes back, of course.
Right. So the guy comes back. You guys As he steps in the water, you jolt him. And you can see it takes, as he rounded the corner. But the individual kind of seems to seize up. And you can see that it is, in fact, a sort of a mummy-looking, trapped in hospital bandages, but it's definitely been something turned into a mummy.
That is a mummy. Like Brandon Fraser. I do not think this is a very good start to the evening. How do you kill a mummy? Did you cut off the head or burn it, perhaps? Is he still electrocuting the thing with the water?
Yeah, it's still getting hit.
Is it possible for Miranda to move around the water, or is it too spread all over for her to get
No,
close
you can
enough
get
to
around
start?
it.
Can she get close enough to the mummy to light some of its dry bandages on fire?
Yeah.
She's gonna do that.
Okay. And you guys who are in the Umbra, as you guys are peeking, it seems like he hears something because he turns and starts to head towards the door.
Mm. Air's going to pull back from her peeking, and she's like, "It's now or never."
At Cavadex, bro.
And she just kind of points towards the entrance area.
Sorry, I'm back.
What do you want to do, Anthony? I missed it.
X, bro. Sneak attack.
We had to pop
You
out
gotta,
of the
like,
Umber first.
Dive out of the Umbra and
Yes.
Yep.
I will spend a willpower to dive out of the Umbra and Dex, bro.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Air is gonna try to block not Dominic's path, but the other guy's path, like before he can get to the door. So that way there's no escaping for him.
No escape.
No escape. Yep. She knows he's going in for the kill, so she'll pop she'll pop out of the Umbra once in front of this doorway here.
I just have to check a thing and then I will roll my dice.
Because I'm gonna before we actually call initiative, I'm activating my my claws, my fetish claws.
Fetish clothes.
Yep.
Is that a party favor or a gift?
Yes. All right. So diff 7, and it acts like
No.
things of the north.
Oh no. Damn it. So that is that. Okay.
Nope.
It's standard diff, correct?
Yep.
One, two,
I
three.
had no luck. Ooh.
5 to hit. Five to hit, sir.
That's gonna hit. He doesn't know you're coming.
I still pop Abra, but I don't activate my fetish claws apparently.
That one. That is. That. That. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage.
Ooh.
About 4 damage to this feller. That was claws, I presume.
Oh.
Okay, so we can soak with fortitude, but he's gonna have limited options.
Cause Hispa.
Yes. doesn't have a lot of fortitude.
He's gonna be surprised when Air is standing in his escape route.
Suddenly get.
Alright, so he did
Right.
soak 2 of them.
Oh, good. Goody goody.
Between fortitude and armor, he soaked 2. Alright.
Yay.
Yep, Air is blocking his escape route towards the door he's heading to, and Dominic attacked. And hmm. I think
Alright.
Air
We
may.
can do
We can do what?
we could do an initiative if everyone has done what they want to do ahead of time.
Yeah.
I tried to activate my claws and couldn't, so fair's fair. So, yeah, initiative, huh?
2, 6, 9.
Ooh.
13.
Let's see. I got 15.
Oh boy.
Are you gonna roll initiative, Marcus?
I wasn't aware I was part of this combat.
Yeah, they're in our side of the world now.
Yeah, they step through. They're in the room that you guys are outside of. So
Yeah. Air's actually standing in front of the door. He's in her giant furry werewolf form.
Ooh, that means I suddenly see two big living things appear out of nowhere.
Boy.
She's not as cute now as she was in Lupus. Sorry, Miranda.
no, but that's a good point that these would be somewhat familiar to you, or at least this one would.
All right. That's our lovely initiative, I think. Because we don't know where it stands.
Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? And a 7, so tied with Aaron, so it'll act after. Insanity. I'll have all of them act after you guys. Alright, so Aaron, you pop out in front of this guy. Dominic's just clobbered him as he exited.
Yep.
And there are 4 mummy-like bodies on the tables as well.
All right. Well, I'm blocking this guy, so I am going to come at him with claws. And just so I declare it now, I'm dropping 2 rage for extra actions. So let's see my dex here. And dice. 6 eagle. I have 5 to hit.
Hooray.
I wish I had specialty on these. So the question is he trying to dodge?
No.
Okay, then. This sucks to be this guy. It's only a 1 plus 1 for claws, correct?
Unless you have that other thing active.
I don't, fortunately, so. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Sorry, 5 damage I can add.
What the hell? Alright, so 6, 5 damage. He gets to do He soaks 3 of them.
Am I up next?
Yes.
I will spend 3 rage. And I will attack. 5 successes.
Good lord. Well, that's going to hit.
That's all up in the meat.
It's a werewolf. Wait. Werewolf.
Right?
Silver Flame don't care.
Kinda.
Check out my nose ring, bitch.
7. 8. All right. Okay. It's bugging for a minute. Mm. 1 success.
There's 1 success on the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Ones don't cancel out on damage.
Oh, they don't.
Negative.
Nope.
So it's 3.
3, excuse me. I thought that 3. Sorry.
Nope. Damage and soak are not. Ouch.
There goes his
Which is
fate.
good because he would add a botch if he did. So he takes it like a champ.
Boy.
Like a pimp.
And he is barely up. We move to Miranda in the hallway with this mummy thing.
She is going. Is it fighting back at the moment?
It right now is still being shocked because Aaron has not stopped tasing it.
So,
She is going to say a small prayer in her avatar's language, which is like ancient Aztec.
Again,
And
English.
if you want the name, I can give it to you. It's like Nihilatic, Nihilodal, Naha. Hold on.
What in the fuck just happened?
Nahuatl. And she's going to say, rest, Corey. You have finished your deeds in this world. May your gods ferry you safely to your final resting place. And she's then going to slit his throat with blades of Thame, making him a blood sacrifice.
And when you slit his throat, it's very watery blood that comes out.
She's then going to take a step back and watch as his body burns and he bleeds out.
All right. We move to Aaron, so the mummy-looking thing has slumped down, bleeding from throat. The bandage is burning, conveniently in water, so the fire's not spreading. You did hear some noise from the room next to you, so there's that.
Oh, look, there's another room. How do I get into it? Is there a door?
Well, there's definitely a door.
Oh, cool. Is it locked?
Nope.
I'll open it.
Probably gonna hit air in the back.
Not quite, but you open it to find the
Big hairy booty.
giant wolf, and it is facing a guy who is dressed. He's in a lab coat, and there are four of those mummy-looking things laying on tables.
Hello. How are you? How's everyone
Air
doing?
doesn't even look. She recognizes the voice.
That voice is familiar.
Hello, person in the lab coat. I'm going to set you on fire. How you doing?
Air gives a loud growl.
Yes, yes. I'm too delicate for this work. Just shuffle off to the side and kill something. Yes. Well, before we kill him, we should let him monologue at least. What sort of bad guy are you?
He's just kind of looking around.
What is my life? It's pain.
How is this happening? He's so confused.
When you make evil mummy people, other people are going to come and try and kill you. That's how that works. Didn't you see that on the brochure?
Also, that really awesome movie in the 2000s.
I mean, does the lab coat guy talk?
He looks around and finally he goes, "What in the hell is going on here? First I lose power to my facility, now I have two giant things, excellent specimens, both of you. I'd be happy to work with you when we're done here."
He just called me a specimen.
He's taking this very well.
He looks at you, Aaron, and he kind of gestures up and down, and he says, "You, my friend, are like a work of art.
And you, my friend, are a bad guy."
He says, "Well, now hold on. That's not very polite." He gestures the table behind him, and he says, "You are what all of these aspire to be."
Well, you suck.
Eloquent. You're a poop.
Aaron kind of walks in like he owns the place. Well, I understand you're trying to make me, but since you don't have a Horizon realm, you're going to fail.
Horizon realms.
Now, there's one of two ways this goes. Either my friends eat you, or they eat you slowly.
Air's kind of grumbling through her crying nose. I ain't eating that shit.
She's spoken. So, do you surrender? There's more of us. We can kill you, or you can surrender and perchance not have a shit life.
Oh no, no, there's no surrender. No.
There isn't any surrender. Well, why was I acting like there was?
He just he looks back. He looks back and forth and he says, "This seems to be a very uncoordinated assault."
You make a valid point. I sacrifice you in the name of Serta.
He just blinks at that and doesn't seem to know how to respond.
Air just kind of glances at Dominic like, fuck that.
Well, kill him already.
And I mean,
Is that, Aaron, are you going to do anything else on your action here?
yeah, because talking is a free action.
My God, I got the monologue. I feel so awesome. I he uses forces and spirit to call terrible spiritual fire and attack him in a terrible person. He's never done this before, so he doesn't know what's going to happen.
Lord, yeah. Take me to
John, you get to tell me what happens because I have no idea. 7. My focus will be my lighter that's awesome and blessed up, and he blows into it. And he's never done this before, ever since he became hooked up to Crazy Man. So he's gonna, like you said, he wasn't joking. He really does run his hand along the rune that he has because he's carrying a knife. So he's got this rune on his arm, and he draws on it, and he, and fire, like sets the blood on fire because that hurts, and I'll take that ag because that's how that works. And John, take it away because I have no clue what's gonna happen.
All right.
Things were so much easier when I got to use math.
Maya.
Give me 1 second here.
I got 1 success. I used the willpower. That's how that works. You want to roll again? I will.
In theory, it only takes 1.
Sing it, Anthony.
Oh, it's on my Facebook timeline. The Goofy movie popped up and it's stuck in my head now. Of the Goofy movie.
I love that movie.
Good.
Who didn't? Little Goofy could bust a room.
Yes.
Pish, pish, asa. Pish, pish, ah. This is all your shit. This is all Air's fault.
Yep. Hey, man.
I blame Air.
What's my fault?
Guy's about to die. Whole facility's about to go up in flames. At least nothing was caught on camera.
All right, so as the blood dumps, so to speak, and ignites, Really an all around not good situation. Out of the pool steps Surtur. And he looks around and he kind of grins and laughs. And he says, "A most excellent invitation."
Well, I mean, we are partners.
He looks at the spirit, or at the guy in the lab coat, and he says, "And you should consider not bringing such tasty morsels."
Oh no.
He gestures around and he says, "I mean, really, half-bound spirits, they're so easy to devour. They sit on both sides."
Well, I know this now.
And he points and he says, "And what kind of buffoon creates flammable homunculi?" As he walks forward, he uh, gestures with one hand, and bolts of flame leap out to the 4 corpses on the table. And then he'll look back at Aaron and he'll say, "Although I believe I overheard you inviting this one to kill," and he gestures to Air, "to kill him, I would hate to break such an agreement." And he looks at Aaron and he says, "I will admit, contracts with this sort of fellow are much easier. There's so much more work when one of your kind wants to bring me through to this side. All he needs is a poorly worded invocation, and here I am. You need rituals and offerings, and there's the veil, and we have to worry about the gauntlet. He just conjures and opens the way."
Sorry, technology.
Then he looks at Aaron and says, "In the future, we might want to refine that invitation. I don't know that we necessarily need, well, all of me."
Well, I
every time.
didn't know you were going to show up with everything.
When you summon a spirit, they usually show. And with that, she's not going to continue the argument because Leech Boy is sitting right here. She is going to go at him with claws. I'm
We
going
do
to
have.
attempt to do a call shot.
Okay.
We'll see how it
Didn't,
goes.
Did you spend rage? Because I think Dominic did.
I spent 2 rage.
Okay. So we're in our rage round with Aaron Dominic.
I spent 3.
Yep,
She spent 2.
and she's literally. Yep. I'm going to try to do a called shot and come up with my claws up through Leech Boy's throat.
You do notice that, and it wasn't entirely visible, but his skin became scaly and tough.
Okay.
While you guys were talking as well.
Gave him time to pop.
Well, what is my raised diff for this called shot?
What are you trying to hit?
I'm trying to come up in his throat with my claws.
I think that's a 9.
Okay. It's just 9.
Leave.
Isn't a headshot like 8?
I think so. I'm jumping to that.
Yeah.
Difficulty of +3 for something precise like the eye, the heart.
Yeah.
I think hitting the throat is probably on par with the heart.
So that would put it
Because,
at
yeah,
9
head
then.
is 8.
Assuming I can spend willpower because I've been I've had opportunities to sit here and get pissed and think about it. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got 1 willpower then.
I got
I'm glad I spent the willpower then because that's what I needed. Yay for willpower and my whopping 1 because of it. So, here's my whopping damage roll. No, 1. 1 is my epic number for this.
Dun, 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 dun,
Did you add your
dun.
extra 3 dice of damage from it being an odd shot?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, those the number of dice or the number of points you take as a increase in difficulty become extra dice on your damage if you hit.
Okay,
Yep.
well, here. So we got 1, 2, 3.
3 damage total.
Yep. To the throat. Leave it to me. I can't do anything badass because the dice hate me, but I try.
And he soaks like a champ.
Of course he does.
Mm.
Oh, I'm so close to
Yet so far.
Alright, so Dominic's got a rage action.
Yep, I do. Two. To the head. 2 for 7. That's 1. One, two, three, four. Uh, 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 uh.
I heard him say your mama.
Was that your damage roll?
Yes.
That is too bad. There's no specialty on that one, huh?
Nope.
Alright.
There was specialty on damage rolls. This game becomes very lethal. Yeah, it's your
Wow.
turn.
I know we're horrible werewolves right now. You know that, right?
No, I'm not horrible.
I'm just taking
werewolf.
claws at him. I am not calling this shot.
You could probably hold him down.
Yeah, I got 4 to hit. Alright, let's try this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Knuckles.
5 damage. I hope he botches. I hope he gets
No,
nothing.
no.
Son of a bitch!
Soaked all 5.
Huh? Yeah.
Dominic, you better fucking kill him.
I'm trying. God.
No pressure.
I swear it doesn't happen like this all the time. Performance
For me,
anxiety.
it does.
Right, so we should have. Dominic's got 2 rounds yet, I believe.
Yep. Seven. Six. 8, 9, 12, 2, 13. No, right. Yeah, it's that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Which might be where he meets his maker. So he is in torpor. Because he takes 2 and he is at 5, so. He's in cap but not dead.
Yay, friend.
Rip
Grab
his head
my-
off.
Don't we have to question this one to find the other one? What's the point of this?
Right to the questing stone, we know the other one's name.
Right. Bite his head off then. Sound like something broke.
That didn't sound good.
It was a Death Star.
If the Krynos heir could have resting bitch face, she has resting bitch face.
Alright, so.
You know what's funny?
Dominic,
I'd assume that.
So on my last rage action, I bite its head off.
okay.
The mummy stopped moving.
Well, they were not moving anyway because Surtur torched them.
Oh, right. We did it.
You did it.
And we have Miranda will get now that you're in the room, you can see that there's a room beyond it that does still have some weak life forces in, but they're weak, but they're not like warped like the mummies were.
Miranda's gonna push past these people and head towards that room.
Right.
Hello. I
Oh, whoa.
finally Google Hangouts wasn't being obnoxious to me.
Air's gonna kind of casually turn in her as watching where Miranda's going.
All right, Miranda, you'll I assume, head right into the next room.
Yes.
And inside there, you will see people. They're not wrapped yet, but they are currently.
Not doing well.
They're hooked up to machines as well.
What did I miss?
There was a firefight!
Oh boy.
Miranda's
They
gonna
are
yell
cur-
out for Aaron to come because she needs some help.
One moment.
Uh-oh.
They're in the basement of a blacked out medical facility right now.
Oh my
Is what you
goodness.
missed. That they
Oh.
found out was being ran by a Sedite.
Out of game, of course it is.
Sedaiku. That ain't my
If you read the
friend.
pack link stuff that I sent to
Yeah, the
Abby
en route.
and the Glasswalkers, yep, you guys would have. Yep. Because I gave the name of the facility, so
Okay.
you at least knew where we were.
So
Headed
that could
anyway.
just by me meeting up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Aaron, you get in the back room, and there's all these people on tables hooked up to different machines.
Are any of these machines hooked up to the interwebs?
They seem to be all on a local network.
And can I read all the information at the same time to see what's going on to get the gist?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right. So are these all people that are been screwed over? Or are they fixable?
These
Or
people are not dead. They're still alive. We just have to figure out how to undo the equipment, and I am not a technical person.
one moment, I'm conversing with the cosmos.
See, I need you to figure out how to make backwards the computer or
I
these machines.
I'm doing that right now with my
Can
brain.
do it.
It takes a moment to process all of this.
She shakes her butt at him.
I will do it instantaneously, John. What do I need to do?
That's funny.
Forces. What's up?
Power of ass does it all the
You
time.
can tell that the equipment, it's actually a combination, because there's a combination of life support equipment, but they're also using various drugs and substances to like keep them on the verge of death, while using life support to keep them alive.
So if we just take off the icky medicine and leave on the life support, we can get a medical personnel person trained in here, and they can like undo it, right?
Yes, if you shut down just basically they're like sedative, they're keeping them in drug-induced comas and stuff. If you shut those parts down, they would stay alive and probably start to recover slightly.
I will do that instantaneously. Yay, having a brain like I do.
Surtur looks at you and looks at them and looks at you and he goes, "You know, we could just burn these ones too."
We could.
They're not there yet. No.
She'll stop shaking that.
He
No.
he holds up his burning hand, and he with one finger up, and he goes, "Yet is the key operator there."
We have to be nice to my friends. It's part of hospitality. Remember?
He kind of sighs, and you get a little plume of smoke, and he says, "Understood." respect the wishes of the others.
When there are others, yes.
So Errol, though Veronica's in the area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How so?
I put it in the pack link.
I can't read it because my phone's dead.
Oh boy, I
And my
wrote in route.
computer moves too slow. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, my computer moves too slow if I have Facebook open.
It's okay. So yeah,
During
pack
scenes,
link.
yeah.
You would have known Veronica was en route.
She's like, all right, over the pack link, she'll tell Veronica, all right, well, the Setite's dead. So are his little toy zombie things.
Sedite. Like she says, very confused. Out of game, she doesn't know much on vampires.
Oh, and she's like the snake, the snake leech when she says that.
Oh, that.
That's the name of their clan, kind of like our tribes. Snake
Okay.
Setites. He's a snake leech. Anyway, yeah, the leech is dead. His mummy toys are dead, and I guess there's, from what I'm gathering based on conversations in the other room, there's still some people in here that are kind of dancing between life and death. And that fire giant son of a bitch is here.
The one
She
from the
doesn't sound
forest.
too. She is. You can probably just imagine the resting bitch face over the pack link.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, we're in the basement level.
I'll get
There's
there.
all kinds of death spirits and stuff around too. Just a heads up.
Death spirits. Okay. You
If
can
you
make
come through the umbrella.
some more nightshade.
Believe me, I'm thinking about it. Not right
So would it be
now.
intelligence medicine to help now that the electronical portions are not pumping the stuff into them?
Yes.
Now, assuming
4
that the fight
successes.
is totally over, Air is going to take her breed form, by the way.
Take breed form.
All right. 4 successes. You can start getting them stabilized a little more and stuff. You're still gonna need obviously like full medical care, but
Yeah, until they get like medical personnel here to get these people to like a legitimate hospital, Miranda's just gonna work on taking care of them, keeping them stable and recovering.
Ah, you called humans here?
Miranda hasn't called anybody. I was just saying out of character what
Oh.
she's doing.
Oh,
She doesn't carry a phone,
okay.
remember?
Yes.
Well, that was so. The two wolves have changed into human, Hamid.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, look, you can communicate now. Your resting bitch face in werewolf form is difficult to comprehend.
Air proceeds into giving him the resting bitch face. Eyes narrowed even more.
Miranda has more curves, which is odd because you're like a werewolf or something. Anyway,
God damn it.
Like you can see the look on her face. It's almost like, Gaia, give me the patience to
but you're
not
like a
tear him to
warrior woman,
shreds.
so of course you'd be all muscle and plains, I suppose. Soda likes it.
Excuse me.
Do I arrive at the scene or out of game? You guys don't think you need me?
You can come. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume you'd be arriving as there's a fire giant down here.
Veronica's
And
seen the
there's-
Surtur before.
Is this the same Surtur?
Yes.
Oh, that one.
Oh, look at the small one that knows how to lie. Hello, liar. How are you?
uh,
Are all of you warriors? Do none of you, I don't know, do Pilates?
he just looks at you. That look.
Right.
That's in the picture.
Like, did he just say Lupalates?
Yes. I give you the look that's still in the picture. Yes, I do Pilates.
Yes.
I mean, I've never
Let's make
done
my ass nice and toned and perk.
He goes, I've never gone that way, but then again, Aaron's never gone anyway, so I mean, maybe you're the right direction. I don't know.
Yes, of course.
So are we done saving all the people?
Do these look like any of the Kenfolk or like people that missing on Beltane?
A lot of the ones in here match the description of the people who went missing from the castle.
Okay.
Dominic,
Yes.
our
You don't have
fangy
any pants.
friend
You don't have any pants on.
had his little minion that escaped the first time.
Yes.
You don't think if he hears his boss has been put down that he'll likely try to flee, and who knows what else he's got? Didn't they mention something about giving those who are more superior over to this fucker?
This fucker. His name is this fucker. That's his name.
So
She's glancing at what's left of this other vampire.
I think it would be imperative that we let people know, and we can start the war party.
Is that like a regular party, or the invitations?
It's like the ultra violence.
Oh, well. I mean, and you two are invited. I mean,
It's kind of looks at like his look hasn't changed.
there was only one of them, and there were lots of claws. I don't get it.
Same look.
But what do I know? I'm just a weak little human.
Right.
Weak. Can't play a little werewolf games.
Blank.
Veronica just raises one eyebrow.
See, less is more. That's why I like that one.
Anyway, with a slight tilt towards Veronica, we should get going.
We should.
Well, hold on. I have a question. Do you guys pack link all the whole conversation?
I'm not in their pack link. I'm
Only-
sneaky.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, the three of
'Cause
us
if you
don't have a
do-
pack link.
Oh, because if you did, it would be totally hilarious. He would so do the voiceover. Well, I'm done. Miranda, let's go. Please.
These people, they still need the medical attention. Like, it's not just a up and leave now. We have to get them to a hospital.
One moment. How about this? How about I call some virtual adepts? That
And what are
actually-
you going to tell the hospital?
If you yell at
That
them,
you found someone in a basement.
how about 3 of you go do what's important to you, which is probably something wolfy and bitey, and we'll take care of the humans who also actually matter, sort of.
There is no sort of in the matter. They matter. They are people too.
Miranda says that they matter, so they matter. I'm merely adhering to the bonds of my obligation. Shirta says that the ass matters. I don't know why.
Dominic sniffs in the air. Your pheromones speak volumes. Indeed, the
That's
ass
not me.
wins. Yes,
You
it is.
also a strong scent of blood.
Not from you. He's not sniffing you.
Not
Her
me.
blood smells.
I'm not
But
doing
the
it. It's not me. Everyone thinks it's me. It's him. It's not me.
Uh-huh. Blame him.
Right.
Would I lie to you?
Yes, actively.
Okay, you make a valid point. Okay. No. We will get some.
I can't believe he lets you blame him.
I can't believe that your spirits let you do anything either. Like all alone and stuff. Oh wait, they don't.
On that note.
That wasn't me. It's totally him.
On that note, Air is turning towards the direction her and Dominic came in. Is there another entrance that they came in that was separate? Or is it only via the Umbra?
She's gonna break something. I know it. I've got $20 if she breaks something. I let it.
Say that again. I guess I got confused.
Well, her and Aaron Dominic came in through the Umbra one way, and then there was
Right.
the door the other way, correct?
Yes.
Is there an exit the same way that they, like in the physical, but the direction they came in, or is it just the one?
So there's only one exit out of the basement part. But you can get, once you get upstairs, there's multiple exits.
All right. Well, on that note, Air is walking out of this room and finding an exit. Because it's either that or fight somebody else.
You want help finding the exits?
Listen to that one. She's smart.
Air says nothing.
That silence means that I'm right. You are smart.
And proceeds into walking. Veronica definitely feels the color red through the pack link.
Veronica, might I ask a question before you go?
Veronica tilts her head.
No. That one is a warrior. And that one is a warrior. Neither one of them have pants on currently. So my theory is that all of you are all very warrior and planes of muscle. Is it true for you too?
I turn around. I don't wait for Veronica to answer. I make that jerking off motion with my hand and I fling it towards your face, and I continue walking out the room.
That wasn't very warrior-like. Ew. Ew, I say. I'm just asking. This isn't for my purposes. I have an obligation to a certain spirit. He's very earthy.
Out of
He's
game,
not
am I-
earthy, he's fiery.
Out of game, is he trying to like find stuff that would break the veil?
No, he just wants to know if you're cut up all to be damn like Ear is.
So he just wants to know if it's a warrior race, Garuar.
No, he just wants to know if Veronica's all yoked up like Dominic and Aaron is. That's all.
He wants to know if they have if she has a big hairy form. Is that what I hear?
Anthony, can you translate, please?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
I said that Aaron just wants to know, is Veronica all yoked up like Dominic and Ear are?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Yo.
What's the use of having a brother to translate if you don't do it?
So, you see the jerking motion and the hand flick? That is your answer.
Well, I'll have to find out with magic. Thank you.
That's adorable.
And I don't know what that motion means.
Oh.
Why is he doing it?
I forgot once you shift, you go commando. Fuck it. I don't care.
Over the pack
What-
link. I need a fucking drink.
Certainly, you've made my life very difficult. I'm upset with you, John.
Why is that?
Because of my stupid obligations to this stupid spirit.
Fun. Fighting over spirits. You guys. Unless there's anything else anyone wants to do, I'm gonna head. Yeah, he's gonna head back to the sept.
We will actually do. Aaron will actually send out a call with his brain to the VAs who can monitor such things to get some medical guys out here to try and take care of some of these people.
Alrighty.
If Air wants to make death dust, Veronica will give some gnosis to help lower the difficulty.
Y'all ain't right. I'm sure I know that.
That's an out of game thing.
Well, that was an in-game thing. There you go.
Oh.
Y'all ain't right.
Oh yeah.
Well,
She wants to make some death dust
She do-
talons out of these death spirits that are around.
Well, if Air wants to do that, Veronica does not mind giving gnosis to help that.
I think I can only do a couple anyway. I think I only need to do like 3.
How much gnosis do you want? Do you want me to just give you?
Does Veronica have Rite of Talisman? Or making talons, yeah.
Yes, I do have Rite of
Spirit Binding.
Binding.
Rite of
I have Rite of-
Binding, yeah. That's,
I do have Rite
I
of
have
Binding.
both, so I was like,
You taught me that.
alright,
It's just
yes.
You
So
told me
why
the
don't
biggest. Oh, sorry.
why don't they both make some? Because it comes in handy.
All right.
I can't just borrow her gnosis.
I'm not familiar with chimeage yet. Or I don't think I know enough of it. But I have enough rituals to pull it off.
Yes.
So it's rituals in which one? Intelligence or
I think it's wits.
all right.
I have all the rolls in my blue book, but it's a ways back. I know it was like the difficulty of the spirit's gnosis and something else.
All right. I don't know what the
Uh,
gnosis is.
which plus rituals diff 7? If this
Thank you.
is this a mystic right? I think it is.
I can't
It is.
remember.
Cool. Then the diff is 7.
Thank yous.
I nerd hard.
And I know if you spend a gnosis, it lowers the difficulty.
lower.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna lower it down by 1. 1 success.
Yep.
Is that what I need? All right.
Then you roll your willpower diff of the spirit suggested gnosis.
Yep. So I said I knew the gnosis came into play, but
Okay. So now I roll willpower next.
Well, what is the gnosis of a death spirit?
That I don't know.
What's the gnosis on the tail end that it's making?
I think death dust is I can't remember. I don't have my book open.
I don't have my books on me
have
because
it.
I don't want my cat to eat them. She's at that age.
Since it's a talent, you only need 1 success because it doesn't matter about length of time. So you just get 1 success and you'd be good.
Cool. Gonna do 1 more and I should be good.
But
And I'm also.
But
What's-
the difficulty of your willpower roll is whatever you adjusted the gnosis down to. So if we're using the death dust gnosis as the rating, is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, the diff is whatever death dust gnosis is.
Okay, so I roll both a wits and ritual roll and a willpower roll, or just one or the other. Just make sure I get it right.
Okay, when you first you got to do the. It doesn't really say here, like because it's level 1 ritual. So it says when attempting to bind the spirit, do this. So I will pull it up again. Because White Wolf sucks and hates me. We are young.
Uh-oh, Holly left.
Yeah, I don't know if she forgot where she was told that the death spirits were all kind of wormish too.
You know what? That's not us problem.
You know, you can do it.
Okay, page 210. So not right of binding.
I sent you a message, John, on what I'm going to do, but I need to hop out now.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I was right. How much notice did you spend?
1.
Okay, so the death of the spirit is what? What's the notice of the death of the death dust?
That I don't know
that-
off the top of my head.
I have to look. I think it's 3, but I don't remember.
Cool. She spends 1, so her difficulty's 2.
Okay, then I might have more than 1 success.
It doesn't really matter. 1 success just means you got it. It's bound. Go team.
Okay.
If it was a bigger thing, then it would be a bigger thing. But you just did you're making a talent.
Yep.
They're freed once it's done.
Yeah, talons are pretty
Okay.
harder to make.
Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it at that 1 then, just to keep it simple.
Right. They're making
It
just
says
the
the
one.
normal.
What were you gonna say, John?
Sorry, you're just making 1 death dust.
Just 1, yeah. Just 1.
You did it by yourself?
She taught me write a binding.
I know. I'm just saying, but most rites require the presence of at least 3 Geru. Oh, mystic rites. Okay, so you're good.
Alright.
I don't know if she was having laptop issues that she dropped or what. Is there anything else you want to take care of? Everybody good? If we're good, I'll
I'm
go
good.
ahead and wrap it up.
Were there any weird Gigas in here?
I mean, they've got life support machines and stuff that have like not normal stuff hooked up to them.
Well, when the VAs get here, I'll have them take samples.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So you're gonna have your buddies get some samples and documentation, all that good stuff, and take pictures, I assume.
Yes.
All right. So you guys have dealt with the high priest of Set, dealt with his creations here. Aaron got a lesson in why you carefully word your summonings. And
One question though, John, could this thing be used as maybe a hospital at some point, like for like people who get hurt or whatever? I mean, yeah, it had a bunch of evil stuff, but hasn't that been all cleaned up?
yeah, I mean it's an actual medical facility.
So we could use this. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. We'll talk about that.
It's an actual company.
We'll talk about that later.
All right. Well, then we will wrap it up here. This has been another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. Players for playing and watchers for watching.